So they say everything's bigger and bolder in Texas. We're going to find out if their bourbon is bigger and bolder than Kentucky's or
No way.
anywhere else. No
way.
You don't think so?
They're the same. It's all 750. It can't be bigger.
Well, we're going to compare on this episode. You may have remembered or listened to the Bourbon Trials. This is kind of be similar. This is the Texas Bourbon Trials. We have a guest today, Brian.
Oh, we're on now?
Yeah, we're on.
We're on. Introduce
Hi,
yourself.
I'm Brian.
Such a flawless intro. You didn't even know.
I'm a person of unknown age. And I'm here staring at a plenty of bottles and wondering if I will make it through this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We will show you the ways.
Okay.
We can always pause and take a quick nap or a breather, you know.
Yeah.
I like naps.
Or like one of your podcasts, you just get up and go to the bathroom. And keep it going.
Keep it rolling.
That was always entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, oh, is he going to
'cause-
wash his hands before he comes back? Or?
Yeah, so Brian is an active listener.
I am. One of two.
One of yeah,
two.
2 or 3. So we're very happy to have him on here.
We don't count
And-
me when I re-listen to my editing skills,
Nope.
so it's just
Nope.
one.
And when he gives us feedback, we listen because he's the only feedback that we've had externally. So thank you, Brian.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining the show.
I think you should be producing 2 a week and not just 1.
Right. Okay.
We're trying. Baby steps.
You know, baby steps. And there's only so much whiskey you can drink.
True.
And we're not very creative people. And like we try to be creative, but like it's just not. It doesn't come natural to us. So
Yeah.
making 2 episodes a week and be good. Come on. I mean, don't get greedy.
True.
Don't get
I
greedy.
listen to a lot of podcasts. You know what? That's no truer statement. It's mini flame out and some, but you guys just keep chugging along. Chugging along.
That chugging along is something I don't want to be doing right now, but we'll probably end up. Should we just get started?
We'll just start it off.
Yeah.
I'm sure the side conversations will lead us to a plenty.
Yeah.
So, first off, we got Swift single malt. Is this the one that Dawson bought?
Yes.
Can you
that
tell
is-
us anything about this? Do you know? Otherwise, I'll just make stuff up based off of
the
what's
reason you
written.
have children is because they buy you whiskey.
That is a good reason.
That's a pretty good reason.
It's the only use I find. No, I actually didn't even know it was Texas. So when I just found that out.
This one's actually not. So most of these are bourbons. There's a rye sprinkled in, single malts. There are also. This is the first of a few single malts. So that's the first thing. Is most of these will be bourbons, but single malt, 44% alcohol. It actually has a distilled on date 9/6, and it looks like 20K. I have no idea. It's a 19. That's what it is. It's a 1 and a 9 together, very close.
Okay.
It's like a K. So distilled bottled, Swift Distillery, Dripping Springs, Texas. Aged in bourbon barrels and French Suvée casks. I have no idea.
That's probably why he got it. His mother likes things in
French.
casks.
Yeah.
It is Scottish malted barley. The barrels are from Kentucky, the bourbon barrels, and so looks pretty good. Let's pour this.
I just like the label. It's a fox.
It is.
It's pretty.
Pop.
How many of these today that we're popping are new? Not many of them.
I think we've broken into all of these.
Right. Okay.
just
So we don't
out
have
of
we don't have
curiosity.
authentic cork pops except for
Oh,
one.
there is one. I
Well,
suppose.
Well, this one, that one I bought.
Just pour it and
Somebody
pass it
was
down.
Is
So
that what
kind
we
to
do?
open that
Yeah.
for us.
Is that a new Glencairn?
Do
or
I
is
have
that
to pop
Dawson's?
it in the microphone?
No, you don't. We just do it once.
Is it just you that are official?
No, it's
Yeah.
not me.
It's
It's just official.
Will you edit it in later?
Right.
on?
The rest are
actual
just
sound.
ambiance pops. You know, like we ought to put like a little like bar, like when you're at a bar, that soft rumbling of talking and like the conversations happening, but like we need to have that always going to make it seem like we're in a populated space.
And then we have noise to fill in the
Right.
dull
The
pausing.
dull moments. Yeah. Because we're not dull.
By the way,
It's like
dull.
straight up water.
if you guys could talk a little faster, because I do listen to you guys at 1.5
Oh, yeah.
speed. So
Well, that's why they have the option. So we
Having
can
you
talk how
guys
we want
talk
to
right
talk.
now, I feel like you guys need to talk.
Well,
You need to sound more
That's-
like a chipmunk.
okay.
That's Carter's
Look, I
job.
like the smell on this.
I mean, it's. Ooh,
I don't know what it is.
smells
but
malty.
It smells grapes.
well, it is a wine finish.
Yeah, that's what I smell. It's
So-
grapes, wine, duh. But it looks like grape juice. It's so light.
Yeah, what was the? Does it have an age statement on there? I didn't catch it off the first pass through.
That is really light.
Can't be that long in Texas. It must be at least full size barrels then.
I mean, just the distill date. Nothing besides that.
Does it say aged under 2 years old? Because it would have to say an age statement if it's under 4.
I'm really curious why he bought this.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Is it a Scotch?
Is it over 4 years
Is it a
old?
It doesn't
whiskey?
say anything. So
I would assume then it's at least 4 years old then, but it's interesting.
the only thing is it's double distilled. That's really the only information I can read
It's
off
like,
of it.
It's like sour.
It sounds like a Dawson thing.
It's not too bad. It's a little
But it doesn't. It's not like a
oak
typical-
bitter, I feel like.
It's not.
Interesting.
44%. Yeah, it's not amazing. I can try to attempt to look at pricings.
It's interesting.
You
That's all
don't.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I mean, I can like analyze it, try and pick out all the notes, but just as a pour to drink.
It's very sour.
Which is different. Yeah, sour is what I pick
Yeah.
up, and it's different. I wouldn't buy it again, but it's a cool label.
This is $53 a total wine.
It's so syrupy.
They
Make
have
a
a
cool
four.
candle out of it.
They have a regularly priced $46. That is the regular single malt non-finished. It is on sale currently for $40 at our local Total Wine.
If you pour that away from me, sorry.
Yeah, we should put like the dump glass like right here. Something.
Will it become a bowl after?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Thank
finish
you,
mine.
sir.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just
here.
learned it next time not pour so much.
Zach.
What you want it?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I like how you whisper.
Like
Whisper right into the.
we said
microphone.
last episode, our second priority is being ASMR. So
Second prayer.
Yes.
the preference of priority is very different.
Well, that's true because that is the one thing I do get from, what's your name, Dylan. Dylan's tasting. He always does that. Yeah, it's mouth smacking here. I don't even know what it.
I try to take it out, but there's so many.
Yeah.
I know
That's impossible.
And it's
You
funny.
gotta-
I've gotten used to it. It's kind of like, oh, if it's not there.
I
now
hate it when I edit. Editing is the worst because I have to. You listen to something like 3 times, and then you just pick up on everyone's like the smallest things. Yeah, it's
This
just
is
like,
this is a very reflective episode for us.
Well, I like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I listen to so many podcasts, and you guys do.
So
I mean, it's
that-
very listenable.
How much did that one cost?
50
Do we know?
bucks.
it's 53, I think I said.
Ooh, no.
That's not worth
hard
it.
hard
I'm sorry.
pass.
There's a regular one that isn't finished because this
Okay.
is finished in wine.
Yeah.
In a wine that is normally 43. I think I said. It's on sale right now for 40, but
Okay.
I-
I didn't even like. I didn't need to have that because there's many things that you want to expand your taste bud horizons and try anything to be different, and that just wasn't enjoyable at all, and it didn't make me try new things.
It wasn't tantalizing, as Zach would say, to the taste buds.
yeah.
Well, it was tantalizing. It was, in the sense that it activated everything, just not the ones I wanted activated.
Let me read off the notes that they were getting.
Yep.
Spiced vanilla, lemon curd, hints of
lemon curd.
honeysuckle,
No.
and buttery caramel.
No.
I didn't get
And on the
caramel at all.
website, it says chocolate, rose, and peaches, which
I could see the peaches.
Yeah, peaches. I can
But that doesn't
I can
make-
vibe with that.
does that make a whiskey?
No,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, anything can make a whiskey,
I know,
but no, I
It's
wouldn't
just not
say.
traditional flavor profile.
Yeah, but even when it comes to non-traditional, it's not.
It's not
good. It's
traditional.
not good traditional.
Yeah.
I would really like to know how old this is. But
I saw. Brian's got something to say.
Drawing water from my bottle and made noise.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I saw this picture someone posted on Twitter about only in Alabama,
Oh,
and it was a hot dog bun filled with a hot dog and whipped cream.
Oh.
And they're like, it's an Alabama specialty. I'm like, that is disgusting.
You know what? Now I want to try it.
But that
because-
makes that second Alabama specialty makes sense if you take in context the first Alabama specialty,
Which is
cousin lovin'.
cousin.
I was just gonna say, where is he going with this?
Yeah, if you're most known for incest, the bar is already set low enough.
Pretty low.
All right.
The question was, is it Cool Whip or like
Nah,
No, it was
Whip.
It was whipped cream,
Oh,
like ready whip.
No
It's from a
sa-
spray
no
can.
sauce on it.
No,
Chocolate or raspberry,
but a
just-
bite taken out of, so you know it happened.
Ooh.
So the next one we
rough.
have in line is Balcones' own Baby Blue. It's from roasted blue corn. 46% alcohol. It is a corn whiskey. So to be a corn whiskey, it has to be aged in used barrels. So
That's an odd
aged 6 months.
that's
at
their
least.
requirement.
Yeah, it's used or uncharred, if I'm correct. But 6 months old at least. Non-chill filtered. Batch BB20-1 date February 21st, 2020. So, Brian, you just picked this one up, you said, I think.
Yeah, at my local store.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was-
I should cork pop. Cork pop?
Ooh.
That one had a little splishy splash.
Yeah.
Sploosh splash.
Right.
Some glop glop.
Sorry to interrupt, Brian. but
Oh
you
no, that's fine. It's just my local store. It was $4 cheaper at Total Wine, but my time was valuable, and I thought $4.
I thought you were going to
Yeah.
say
$4
support
extra
local
dollars.
Yeah,
business.
well, with
worth
gas
it.
prices on the rise, like say the average car gets 20 to 25 miles to the gallon, and I mean for you a Total Wine trip is only 3 miles, but
That's not bad.
for most, I'd say that the average American living in a metropolitan area, Total Wine is probably 20 to 30 miles away
Sorry about that, Carter.
on average. Like
It's all over.
so,
Right.
you're spending 2 gallons of gas worth, which across the country might be different amounts. But if you're gonna save, you gotta be saving more than $5 to shop at Total. Is what I'm saying.
Or getting some exclusive,
Yeah, I mean,
something that
some
you
exclusive
know.
single barrel.
Well, I mean
or
for the same product.
really
Yeah.
good
Right,
deal.
yeah.
Right.
But it's not even that. It's like I can go to my local liquor store with no crowds, and the guy I know all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And even
getting-
then,
Right.
the prices aren't terrible.
No, you know,
They're a little bit
there's-
raised.
you can't. The prices don't change a whole lot from store to store. I just
Yeah,
find, but-
I found that like you'll have one thing that maybe $6 more, but you have another thing that's
Cheaper.
cheaper
Yeah.
for no reason,
yeah,
right?
or on sale.
Because hypothetically, the big stores are buying more in bulk, so in theory the price should be lower. But nope, they have Highland Park 12 for $6 less.
Now I'm excited for this one
Yeah,
because I've been starting to get into a little bit more of a corn whiskey.
the nose is very spiky hot. It burns.
Wait till you taste it. Spiky is a great word to use.
Ooh, it's very oaky.
Very okay.
Wow, there's some wood in there.
Yeah, it's only 6 months minimum, but
I'd say this has a good mouthfeel, nice silkiness, good oil amount, but yeah, flavors is just wood. Like honestly, like it tastes like mulch to me.
it's caramely vanilla.
Yeah.
Really?
There's oak. It's under the oak.
Delve deep into your mind.
Zach.
No?
I mean, obviously, I guess it's sweet enough, so I would say yeah, there's some sweet in there.
It's
But
hot.
It's
It is
not-
surprisingly hot. I would wonder what the Balcones 100 version of this
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
would
one
be
in there.
like.
Yeah. So what's the price tag on this bad boy?
For me, it was $44, but I think
Okay.
it's $39 at Total Wine.
Okay, 39.
I like how I'm reading the website, and now that I read what it says it's supposed to taste like, I taste it sort of, but I don't know if that's just a mental game with me. But it is like tropical fruit, apricot, cotton candy, sweet tea,
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
little sour on that.
and smoked chilies.
Kind of musty.
How do you get a smoked chili taste?
On that first
You know-
initial taste.
I don't know how you would, but once I had that Lagavulin, the new Distillers edition, sorry, not the Nick Offerman
Nick
edition,
Offerman.
Yeah.
chilies for days.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like, wow, how did they do that? You
Yeah.
know?
Guinness.
I mean, yeah, that is how, but like,
Yeah, was it the
how?
finishing or was it the?
Right?
I mean, we didn't find
Hard
it
to
in
say.
the original 11
Well, it was
years.
the same-
It wasn't there.
Aging. Just finished differently.
Assuming, yes. You never know. I'd always like to know, is that the same 11-year product,
Right.
the still run that was just finished, or is it just I mean, it probably isn't the same, but you never know for sure.
Excuse me.
Okay. Next one.
Is this Ghost Hill? Or
Okay, here's another one of mine.
So this is from the Treaty Oak.
Oh, is that dripping springs in the back?
Yeah. So this is next door neighbors, essentially.
I wonder if they must not have a distillery. I went to Texas, and that's how
I
I
thought this
found
had a
some-
distillery. I think
What?
it does.
Oh, does it? It
We're
must be
talking
in the
about
same area.
The Swift single malt.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the one listener. Because I don't think I'm going to listen to this episode because I already know what's going
No,
on.
it says
already in
it says distilled and bottled by Swift Distilling.
Well, that's interesting. Dripping Springs. So that's southwest of Austin, just southwest.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a kind of a suburb.
Right.
Not
Right.
really, but interesting. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Interrupted.
So, Treaty Oak Distilling, Ghost Hills, Texas, bourbon whiskey. 47.5% alcohol. Ghost Hill, Texas bourbon is named after the 28 acre home in Dripping Springs, Texas, made with 57% Texas corn, 32% Texas wheat, and 11% American barley, a genuine grain to glass bourbon, mashed, fermented, distilled, barreled, aged, and bottled on site at Treaty Oak Distilling. So, it does have a...
is that a single barrel?
No.
I'm just seeing we have another one.
Oh, the other one. Yes. Cork pot.
Yeah, so this one I toured when we were down in Texas a couple years ago. We got to tour this one.
Oh, that's cool.
And Treaty Oak is named after a famous tree that's in Austin, where I guess some... I can't remember the story now. You hear so many stories.
Is
when
it
you go to
the
these
tree that
different
owns
places.
itself?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know there was damage done to it, and everybody was taken aback because somebody was trying to damage it. But it's a well-known tree, and I think it's deep in Texas history, so it has some significance. I should have looked it up, but
Does the tree remember the Alamo?
but they're nowhere near the tree. But they decided to take that name up. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is I'm not really big on their graphic, whatever that little thing is. Looks like a hieroglyphic or something like that. But,
Oh, like the eye of.
Referring to the eye
but I
on the...
did like their
Eye of Sauron.
I did like their whiskey though. That was very good.
I do regret not visiting this distillery as I was down in Austin, but it is on the list.
I was down there in Austin, and I certainly regret so many regrets.
I couldn't get the limo driver to get me over there.
Essentially, we couldn't get the underage limo driver to get me to the distillery.
Something about a bearing.
It kind of exploded.
I didn't like the smell of it though. No, this one's the first one I like the smell out of all of them. Out of the three.
To me, it's surprising there's no rye in it.
That is surprising. It's kind of spicy.
Yes, yeah. I still like it. I keep drinking it.
Oh, this is
This is one I would like to have constantly
Smells
in my
oaky.
library.
yeah.
I didn't find this one
Kinda-
at the local Total Wine.
Not the local.
I can't tell if...
I don't think it is.
Yeah, so neither of us have gotten ours in state, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, this one, yeah, because that's why I'm drinking it really slow.
that's a good point.
Unless I,
This one's got a nice
Complexity.
complexity. It's good aftertaste.
this one, see, they taste like honey,
I get a little honey.
and then I smell the brown sugar. But that's,
I get some
but see,
black tea.
I'm a sweeter guy. I like that sweet stuff.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, black tea or like black licorice.
Yeah.
I think less black licorice, but I do understand where you're coming at. Yeah.
I always associate, not always, but the limited black tea I've always seemed to pick up a black licorice note on it. So, yeah.
I like black licorice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, this one kind of. I think it starts weak, and as soon as it hits the tongue, not a whole lot there. But then it rounds off quite nicely.
It finishes nice.
It finishes nice. It's pleasant. I think it could use. Drink it again. What did you say the age was?
I didn't.
Does it have one? Yeah, it might even have. It needs more time. For being a Texas whiskey, this is probably the only one I'd say it should have been in there longer.
It's kind of interesting.
In the barrel.
Yeah, I don't see anything. So I'm assuming then it would be 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Could be big size, full size barrels, but who knows? That's all speculative.
Speculative.
Next one. That was kind of.
All right,
It's not quite a hard hitter, I'd say.
Brian. Oh, you want to tell us about that one?
Oh,
You've been to the distillery. You can tell us about that one.
yeah. So I like Texas. And they've been to a couple of the distilleries. Now, this is the latest one we've been to. It's called Still Austin. And do we have both of them here? Because you got one too, right?
We do. That one's mine.
Okay,
Yours
so
is further up.
Okay, so I got the barrel strength one.
Show off.
Right. And supposedly this place has the United States' tallest
Column still.
column still. Yeah. And it's really big, and they named it everything. And
I was
they have
there
a
and I didn't
picture
even
on
look at it.
Well, it's kind of hard to all encompass it. It's like a chimney that goes straight up and everything else. But they also make a gin there, but their artwork on their labels. The gin artwork is amazing because it tells a story. Everything in the picture is associated with something that's in the gin and the surrounding area. And this one, what do they you call it? What is it?
I think it's called The Musician.
Yeah.
At least the lady, the gal on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the red bird, which is their emblem and stuff. So
It is I bought the tin that the label is.
did you?
Yeah, designed after. So this is at least 2 years old. 49.2% alcohol. I did get to try the 14-month variant of this, and it was really good. Yeah. Oh, I gotta open this thing. That's why you handed it back to me.
Oh,
It's a brand
well,
new bottle.
I thought it was your responsibility for the noise.
It is. There we go.
Ooh.
Have you ever unbottled one like this?
Yelling.
What do you mean?
Would take the wrapper off.
Oh,
of it?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think we did a few in the other one.
I thought maybe I was witnessing history here or something. Oh, that one sounded good.
Yeah.
But that's probably because it's a fresh bottle.
Yep. That was better than the other fresh bottle, though.
Yeah, Griffin had already opened that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
that's
baby,
true.
the baby blue?
Yeah, I told him to. Was that okay?
Yeah. Just
No.
Gosh.
we're never gonna get to
I
it.
don't want to deny the children their fluids.
Oh, deny the children.
It's so hot out. We need to stay hydrated.
Drink your fluids.
Drink your
That,
fluids.
whiskey's a drink I just didn't think would take off in a place like the deep south. Like, it's so hot, and like whiskey is not a drink that I want when I am personally warm.
Bourbon and ice.
Yeah, you could chill it.
I like that it's got the certified Texas whiskey. Yeah.
I think when you buy it from, well, no,
The distillery.
no, I'm thinking of the other sticker that we were looking at on last episode.
The bottom.
Yeah. There are some Texas whiskeys, quote unquote Texas whiskeys, that are sourcing, not even aging, and then immediately bottling it and sell it as Texas whiskey.
Yeah.
And
They have a whiskey festival down there. Are they the only state that does that?
no, there's an Oregon one now. I
Is there?
know there's an Oregon one.
I just was surprised because I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize there's that many whiskey
Well,
distilleries. in
Talking about
Texas.
that, I actually left it, but I'll definitely have to have you try it at some point. I bought the Alliance release from Crowded Barrel Distillery
Oh.
of the last year's Texas whiskey.
Is that what Carter
edition.
tried to give me?
No, that was the single malt
their
of
first ever
Oh, okay.
distilled product.
And he was giving it to me, and I didn't feel right because I just had a hot enchilada.
Enchilada.
This is
I
my
didn't want
favorite
to
scent
waste
of them
it on
all.
it.
Yeah, so this just
It's got
says
good smell.
Yeah, it smells like a rose.
Texas grown
Smells like
corn,
a
rye,
Twizzler.
barley,
No.
aged in oak barrels.
Ooh, Twizzler.
I don't know. I just had a Twizzler like literally yesterday. This doesn't smell like Twizzler.
I'm all about Twizzler life.
Yeah. Or you a red vines kind of guy.
I hate red vines. I hate red vines.
And the fight goes on.
Mhm.
Twizzlers are superior in every way.
Oh yeah,
Unless
That
you
is
get those
nice.
Australian licorices. Those are the best.
the gourmet.
Mm-hmm.
Those gourmet ones, those are bomb.
Oh, that one has a little bit more bite to it. It's smooth though. I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, smooth and complex. This one doesn't have a very defining flavor, in my
No.
opinion.
It's kind of like, it kind of washes over your tongue. And it's got nice, like, kind of makes your tongue tingle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can't really pick out a lot of distinguishable flavor to it.
I think it kind of has that, that white bread flavor, I guess. Very doughy,
Yeah.
a little bit of doughy. It's kind of like a Twinkie without the cream inside.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what this is. So it's a 42-foot. The still. I'm sorry. The still is 42 feet tall, and they call it Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind Scottish-made still.
Scottish.
I like that it's called Nancy.
Yeah, but they got a picture of it, so it looks like an old from the 40s or 50s. That
Well,
kind of a thing.
Sort according to what what I've heard is you actually have to not necessarily come up with a name, but you have to identify the still that you use. So either come up with a name or some sort of
Like a designation
a
for it.
designation. So I think you're going to name the still because it's a legal requirement that you have
So
to
it's
name
a
the-
legal thing.
Yes,
Oh,
I think it's TTB.
and it's fun too.
Oh yeah,
Big
Name your
Bertha.
car.
name it Charles Nelson
The third.
Charles Nelson Riley.
or Stilly McStillface.
Stilly McStillface.
But MSRP is looking like $44.
That's it. It's good.
It's certainly the best value so far. I like it the best so far of the four
Yeah.
that we tried.
Most definitely.
Just because there's nothing offensive about it. Nothing bad.
Yeah, the what do you call it? The last finish? Is
The
that what you
finish?
finish?
Yeah, the finish.
Yeah.
It has a pleasant feeling in my mouth right now.
This does hold up in a cocktail. I had an old fashioned, and so did Nick.
From the distillery?
Yes,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
is very versatile.
Their mixed drinks down there are like really good.
Did you have the
Really good.
new fashion?
I don't remember what
They-
I had, but it was really good.
They made a new fashion, and it was spectacular.
You know what? I hate to say this, but I think I had a gin drink. So I like my gins too, but
That's what I did at the J. Carver local distillery. Had
Yeah.
their barrel aged gin.
yeah.
You had a gin?
Yeah.
Gin tonic? Or
No, their barrel aged gin.
you
But,
just had the straight up gin?
yeah.
Okay.
But I guess if they had to give me a cocktail, I probably would have chosen just like a martini or something.
I like my gimlets.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't trust J. Carver to make me an old fashioned. Oh yeah.
Do you do?
I'm so
J. Carver
no,
to
I
make an
don't.
old-fashioned.
I don't. Those
Really?
Maconia people don't know how to make.
so you're saying you're not hot on their whiskey?
No.
Okay, good.
The only one I liked was
No,
was
good.
the two. Did you have the second one?
the second.
Wait, are you talking about
no,
the...
finish what you were going to say.
I can't remember what it's called. The barrel proof one.
The etiquette,
The etiquette.
the single malt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one.
Have you had the trifecta?
yeah.
No.
That's what I have.
It's another single malt.
Okay.
You look like you need the fan.
Yeah, it's hot.
What was the single malt that you had? The difference
Trifecta.
difference between the two.
I don't remember.
I just know I've been disappointed with a lot of the distilleries here in Minnesota. I found
Yeah.
two I like, but I like Carver. I like their vodka and stuff, but
I like.
Their vodka stands out more than their bourbons.
So
and
does their gin.
ryes. Yeah, their clear spirits stand out way more than their aged spirits. It's kind of crazy.
With the exception of the single malt, but yes.
Yes.
The single malt was unexpected, and I was really happy to see it. But there's something about their bourbons that something's weird.
It just
It's just not my
tastes
taste.
Weird.
Yeah. But I hope it changes at some point, but I don't know because it's just
It's whatever.
I think they're still new-ish, newer, so they still kind of got to work out some of the kinks.
I mean,
They've been around for a while, like I understand, but it's
a
still
long time. It's
How long has it been? I mean, they've been
let me
making their
Google it
own.
quick. Hang on.
Have
They've been-
Brian introduce the next one.
oh,
Yeah, they've already been coming out with their own aged spirit. So
yeah, I'll introduce this because we've already had it, sort of. So we're gonna go back to Treaty Oak, Ghost Hill, Texas, bourbon whiskey, and this one's a single barrel. The proof is 111.5.
ooh,
Let me open. This is yours, Dylan, right?
Yeah, that one's a single barrel I got from Total Wine down in Austin.
Oh, okay.
But
I bet you this was available. Because that's the other thing with my whiskeys. Higher proof, I like them better. I don't-
oh,
I
they're
don't-
so much better.
I don't understand that, though. Because does that mean you're a real whiskey drinker then? Or
Not necessarily. Just
I think it means you like more flavor.
is
Yeah.
that what it is?
the.
Did I just pop the bottle without Dylan?
Oh,
Is
no.
I feel,
Nah, it's okay. We've done it so many times. She's gonna come in here now and she's gonna be like, "What did I do?"
oh, gee. So, well, I don't know when the distillery actually opened. The concept they said on their website it was born in 2012.
Okay,
So I'm gonna say 2012, 2014, something. Around
somewhere in there.
there. Yeah. But
I think it could also
they
be
have the talent.
just where. Yeah, they do, and I think it could just be like I don't know if it's from the aging, from where they're located, if it's the weather, just kind of how it affects a lot of stuff.
or is it the grains too?
Or it could be the
Because-
grains. They use a lot of winter wheat, so I don't know if it's like something to do with that.
I'm not a huge fan of wheated bourbons. They always seem, and not just Jay Carver, but like makers and stuff. They're overly.
They overly accentuate a specific flavor that
Well, not even that. It's for me. It's the lack of
really.
defining flavor. They're too. There's a cork pot. They're too, lack of better word, dull, and for my taste. I'm not saying overall. I value what they're doing, all wheated bourbons, but they're not my thing.
I don't remember if I still have it, but I know I had a barrel pick,
Look at the color on that thing. That's like the first one where we're like, oh yeah, Texas color.
Yeah, dark.
very dark. I had a barrel pick of the J. Carver
What was the alcohol content on that one? Zach?
Brickyard, I think.
But it was still 42%.
I do think that it was not any higher proofing. I don't think they have a. No, they do. They do have.
Sorry, this is really
You
good.
got excited.
They do have a barrel proof, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember if I had if I've ever purchased that.
This is 55.75%. So
Cast,
100.
I think this is the first cast strength.
That was really good. Ooh, very likey.
It smells like vinegar.
That's interesting.
Texas has their own distinct flavor, it seems. Oaked. That's the flavor.
I think I had that conversation with the guy at Treaty Oak because I was like, why is the whiskey down Texas
So distinct.
different than Minnesota? But he was pointing out grains and
Yeah.
and the weather patterns, and they have more heat down there. Of course, I don't know if that's true anymore, but
Well, I think it's more or less we have a lot more humidity to our. I don't know if that has much to play with it. I'm pretty
Well, it
sure
will
does.
because the humidity difference will play a part on what the evaporation loss is.
Yeah, but then it's like where down there, that's straight heat. Like that's
Yeah.
just hot
It's the
and
desert.
it's dry. Where
Well, the
here
fact-
it's like 95 sometimes, and it's just like 80% humidity.
Well, and High West is in Utah, so think of that. I mean, that's just straight heat.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, talking about grain side of things, I mean, Kentucky, the BTAC line, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, the rye and all of those, that's sourced from the Dakotas or Minnesota. Mm-hmm. You know, the ryes are from here. So I mean, they're getting the ryes that they're using. So their Sazerac 18 or whatever they're using. That's all Minnesota or North Dakota, South Dakota rye.
and maybe
Really?
there's something that we do better here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that all of our grain is.
Right. They're using Kentucky corn.
Yeah,
But the rye is from the Midwest. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's something that you can tell differences in the grains depending on where the regions are, and it's all, it's yeah.
So what was the price on that one?
This one I think was 60-ish.
60.
I don't have the. You can't
For,
get these in total,
Right.
unfortunately.
Well, how big would a store need to be with all the distilleries popping up to have every distillery
a lot.
from every state? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean,
Well, look at the beer selections now.
yeah.
I mean, some of the beer
huge.
selections in Total Wines are crazy. They don't have
Insane.
enough
No.
shelf space.
No, they're like stacked up, like double high. Plus, they have like the whole cooler
and
section.
it's mostly
filled.
local.
Yeah.
Like they'll have imports, the regular ones that you usually see,
The
and then
crafts.
the local crafts, and then crafts from around the country.
Yeah.
But that's fractional. But yeah, this is a very good whiskey. I mean, super oak, caramel, brown sugar, black tea again.
Back to you again.
Yeah, now that you say it. Or am I just agreeing with you guys?
Both.
I taste kind. I kind of get.
We're subliminally.
Well, that's what I told
changing your
Dylan.
taste
I'm
buds,
like,
yeah.
don't ask me for tasting notes because I'm just going to agree with whatever you guys say.
Yeah.
I see
Because
where
you'll
you.
see, if you said like the spaghetti sauce, I'd be like, oh yeah,
Yeah. You know what?
yes, I feel it. I taste the tomato.
Orange peel,
Orange peel.
Yeah.
like zesty orange,
No. Yep.
and then I kind of understand what you mean with the black licorice and the black tea kind of melding.
Yeah. That's a good one. I think it's a good one.
That's
yeah. I
really
don't.
good.
I think this one, off of memory, was probably 60 to 65.
Yeah, I'll be sure to mix up the bottles before Dylan leaves.
Yeah. Peel the
Brian's like, "This
stickers
might-
off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the.
Oh no! How'd that happen?
Oh no!
the,
Whoops.
The wrong bottle stayed here.
So this is the Crowded Barrel released Eleanor. This is the chapter 6.3, aged 2 years, 11 months, 57.9% alcohol. Sourced NGP, aged in Texas. Cork pop.
Weak.
You calling him out?
Oh yeah. Not Crowded Barrel, just Dylan.
Yeah, I know. Just Dylan and his.
We had the half bake on the last episode. We
So-
really enjoyed that.
This isn't half baked.
This is the same whiskey. Hypothetically, it's just had more time in Texas, not aged overall, but in Texas.
Okay.
No, I'm excited to taste this because I haven't tasted it yet. This is gonna be my first taste.
Because the half bake, we'll get to it, but it was aged 3 years, X amount of months, so a couple months more. But
Interesting. First tasty taste.
tasty taste.
Yeah.
Hey, did you not taste this one last time?
No, I was trying to wait for the right moment, but it's like it's like I didn't want to waste the taste.
Waste the taste.
What
You know what I
like
mean?
that.
When it's like I have something spicy, it's like I don't want to drink whiskey right now.
I want that
It's
on like a
just-
T-shirt.
Waste the, dude, can we
Waste
start a
the
merch
taste.
line?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Trademark.
have waste, waste the taste,
And we'll do a tasty taste, but not waste the taste.
and then we're gonna have like asterisk me like
Sprinkle your. I've talked about my appreciation in the last episode of
Crowded Barrel.
going to get there, trying their whiskey in person, and just the overall experience. And Brian, you saw the video. You called me when I was down there.
Yeah.
I was hyped. You know, I was hyped.
I did a live phone and the video, and he's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Take me for a tour." No, that place is awesome down there too. I mean, Austin's a really beautiful place, and it's probably the hilliest area in Texas. And where this distillery is located is just a gorgeous neighborhood, and rolling hills, and
When the ground's
the
there,
property's really nice.
the property is amazing.
Yeah, so I got to go there. I went there a couple years ago, and unfortunately, what was going on during that time?
So
Bastards Ball.
you were there in
that's
2019 to the Bastards Ball.
Yeah, and I had no idea. And I didn't have a ticket.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of people there.
they were effectively closed to the public. Yeah,
But I drove in, and then the guy, I probably could have talked my way to stay in, but
if you had whiskey in hand.
I did get to go around the courtyard, and I got to see the guys. And they were talking and making
did
the
you?
crowd laugh. So I got to see the tops of their heads.
Ah.
But that was it. You know,
I told the bartenders there. I'm like, I had a friend that went down there during the Bastards Ball, and I told him, like, I could pretty much tell you exactly, Brian, when you came in proportion to this video.
Yeah.
And they thought that was pretty great. But
Yeah.
it was.
I was so disappointed, but it was still fun to go there and see all the people and see there's a lot of people that really were rallying around what they were making and what they've been doing on YouTube too. with their
Well, it's
channel
amazing.
stuff.
They're the first crowdsourced distillery.
Yeah.
I looked. I'm part of their Patreon now,
Yeah.
so I get to see how much they're making on Patreon every month, I believe.
Really?
And I will be looking that up. But
So this Eleanor is eerily similar in taste to the
Half baked.
the
Sorry.
the magician. The musician. The musician.
really,
Yeah.
Really think it's
But I think
similar?
it's very similar, and it's just a little bit more proof. Like, this is wonderful. I think this has the same floral vibe with the same smell. It's just a little bit hotter.
I think the musician had a little bit more. I think it was a little oakier, and like just slightly. Like, I think this has more pepper-ish from like the proofing, more than it does from like that. Tasted like cinnamon.
this is
It's
sweeter
to
to
me.
me.
This is sweeter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to
That
find.
was pretty sweet. I mean, I think that's actually still. I think that's the other one's sweeter musician than this.
I'm going to disagree with that, but I'm trying to. I can't find for the life of me. I know I've seen it. How much they make off their Patreon? Not them personally, but they have 3,300 Patreon members, and the only Patreon you can get into is the $4 entry or the $1,000 entry. All the other ones are locked,
yeah,
and they've been locked for I
Long
checked
time.
2 years ago, and it was locked. I'm sure that people came and go, but like you can't get in.
Well, probably just because whatever benefits they were providing for those, they can't give any more of that, and so
They still have the maximum amount of members.
Oh my goodness.
What were we talking about?
So
We're talking about the price.
I'm trying to see how much they make. I know I saw it once, and I can't for the life of me figure out how to view it on Patreon. But
yeah, but I haven't used
it was like
Patreon, so-
$36,000 a month.
Uh-huh.
A month?
A month
That's not. I mean, what's payroll around that place? I mean, that's. You got
off of Patreon. But you're a functioning distillery.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's
getting an additional $36,000 a month.
Yeah.
plus on top of what they sell.
I mean, imagine if you were in any other distillery in your opening years, only doing your unaged vodkas, gins, and whatever, and you're making an extra $36,000 a month
Yeah.
off of sending small merchandise
Yeah.
That's
and
big.
pledges to people. That's massive.
It's all about just getting that initial loan payment paid off for building all those facilities.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, they got other avenues of income, don't they?
Yeah.
Is there
I mean,
school and-
those two do. The distillery is on private property, or at
I
least
think they're-
separate property from the
Isn't
school.
it a marketing company or something? too?
Yeah.
The school is, yeah, but there's a relation there. And I think there's a promise or something. I'm not sure how the property is split, but it is on separate property from the school or the campus. So
One of the tasting notes here says ginger snaps.
Ginger
Is that good?
I've
I
also
like
never had
ginger
a
snaps.
ginger snap.
Ginger snaps are good.
Just had ginger.
Like a ginger snap cookie, that's bomb.
they're gingerbread, just more spicy.
Okay.
Pretty much. It's just like, honestly, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
It's
That's
just
what
a
they
like
are,
spicy gingerbread cookie.
Gotcha.
But
I like spicy. I like things. I like things
Put
that
that
bite
on
But
back.
T-shirt.
not spicy,
I like
like
spicy.
it's
I like
like baking spice
Right.
spicy.
It's-
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I like things
Are
that
we
attack
skipping
my
the half
tongue.
baked?
oh, did we skip the half?
You skipped half baked.
I did. I was confused where I was. It was the same bottle.
Back to half baked.
All right, here's
So
the half
see,
baked.
I told you when you got to that bottle, that's when we were start sliding off the chair.
He's right.
Cork pop.
Forewarned.
Meh.
What do you call it, Carter? You said you skipped what?
Half baked.
What's that mean?
That's what this.
That's what the whiskey's
is.
This
called.
is the batch name for this whiskey.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's
oh,
Eleanor Half Bake. That one was 6.2.
Oh,
This
I
one
see.
is Half Bake Batch 3.
okay. I was confused why I kept saying that.
half baked.
This is 3.5
Half-baked potato.
years.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's like nothing's good half baked.
So this has an extra 7 month, or no. Yeah, no, 7 months of aging on it compared to the Eleanor 6.2 that was 2 years,
2 years.
and 11 months. And this is not as aged as long in Texas. So it was just older stock when it came from MGP. I'm not exactly sure on how long it was. I think it was about half a year in Texas, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, so far, this Eleanor brand has been kicking it out of the park. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Well, yeah, for their first whiskey.
Yeah. Well,
And then, like I said, back in Minnesota, some of the first whiskeys I've had here haven't been anywhere near
Well,
what this Eleanor is at.
It's really cool, too, because, I mean, we can go everywhere sourcing MGP. So the fact you could go find this mash bill and have a decent chance of finding a distillery that is sourcing it, aging it a relative amount of time in their own region, and then bottling it at cask strength possibly, you can compare the two and see. It's, if anything, it's a really cool experiment for MGP to see what different regions do to their whiskey.
See this? I'm getting the same bubblegum vibes.
Yeah, it's the same whiskey.
Yeah.
You can-
No, I know, but I'm just saying I still get bubblegum.
bubblegum?
I get bubblegum.
Like Hubba Bubba?
Yeah, I was
Like-
just gonna say like the round ones you got
Yeah.
from
the
over
round,
in
the round
Nickel,
ones.
or-
Yeah.
It's the round ones.
Yeah, you bite into them,
Yep.
and it's subtle. It's not like a
Right.
It's not you're chewing on the gum. It's you bite through the shell
Yeah.
Yeah.
of it and get it. That's the amount of bubble gum. Not
Oh,
like
we're talking the hard
It's like the
gum.
hard candy bit.
yeah, not like the Hubba Bubba or like the fruit or the foot roll up one.
Fruit,
not the
fruit by the foot. No,
No, no,
It's,
no.
it's Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
The tape.
the hard
tape.
shell
tape.
one.
Yeah. This is Hubba Bubba doesn't have hard ones. They only
No.
have wrapped.
Well, what's the taped one?
Hubba Bubba?
that is Hubba Bubba?
Yep. They have Hubba Bubba tape, Hubba Bubba roll,
Oh yeah.
and then this. You're talking about
Just normal gumball.
yeah,
the gumball.
a gumball.
This is the gumball one.
Yeah. They don't call it bubble gum.
That's
Bubble
bubble
gum.
gum.
I know it is bubble gum, but bubble gum is like
It's synonymous with like Hubba Bubba.
yeah, some like and then when something's flavored bubble gum, it's that and not gumball.
Okay, it's a gumball,
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Why did you say that?
Yeah.
And then have to disagree?
Yep, that's just
Wow, this podcast is just so much more than whiskey.
It's an internal feud.
With bubble
like
gum.
I'm trying so hard.
I get it. No,
Okay,
I
all right.
I-
What
I-
about
he gets it. He
what
sees
about
it.
Big League Chew?
Yeah, Big League Chew.
there is that.
I can see Big League Chew.
That's my favorite. Back when I was a kid.
I've had Big League Chew. Yeah.
I've had. It sounds like someone who hasn't had it. I mean,
That's a thing I've had.
I've had Big League. Yeah, for sure. Certainly. That's the ones that the professional MLB players chew on, right?
Indubitably.
And not chewing tobacco.
What What about sunflower seeds?
Next.
All right.
Next.
I'm keeping it going. Come on. Keep it going. I gotta do another swishy swish. Or,
Swishy swish. Tasty taste.
Taste. Which,
Well,
that's what you're doing in your mouth.
Yeah.
The alcohol.
Well, you guys ever watch Wine Library?
No.
It doesn't run anymore, but it's a guy, Gary V. He's popular, but that's what he would always.
Gary V. does
Yeah,
that?
he did wine tastings back in the day. YouTube started getting popular, but he always goes swishy swish. Let's take a swishy swish, and we'd be like, okay. So that's why I feel like with his whiskeys, I'm supposed to be doing that too.
Well, Griffin does this thing where he whistles with the whiskey in his mouth. Yeah.
Like he's trying to introduce air into
Yeah.
it. And
Where he's
It's like, you'll hear it sounds like a boiling pot of water.
Does he suck in or does he go?
He sucks it in. He's going, here, let me pour some water. Just drink.
I suppose
Oh, I see. So
that's
it
like
kind
one
of
of those
aerates it a
bird
little
whistles.
bit.
Yeah, it's like a whistle.
The wet bird whistle.
Wet gurgle.
But he does that for every whiskey, and it's probably a good way to get some more flavors. But like, that just starts making my teeth hurt because like it's to do that I have to let the whiskey sit in the front of my mouth and my gums.
Do you hold the whiskey in your mouth? Because like this last one, I did.
I throw it on the back of my tongue
Do you?
and then I hold it there for a long time. And
kinda
then I
like-
swallow.
Rolling it on the roof of my mouth and then back.
I kind of just roll it around a little bit.
Yeah.
This last one I really did, but I really liked it. So.
Yeah. So this one is the Iron Root Republic Iron Root Harbinger.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, we haven't had
Did
this
we
one
like
since.
this, or
It's
did we
been
not
a long
like
time.
this?
I loved this.
I don't remember.
Just because it's intense.
Did we like it because of the difference and the appreciation we had? Because
No, I
was
liked it
different,
because
or-
it was just intense. I'm like, wow, this is fun. This is fun to drink.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wow, I'm excited!
Yeah.
Quick, hurry! Pop the cork!
So this is 57.5% alcohol, aged for 32 months. Edition H20B, the flagship bourbon showcasing heirloom corn bursting with complexity.
Okay, so I must have missed that episode. How did we
Bussin'.
come across this whiskey?
Cork pop.
Oh, sorry.
What did we do?
Bourbon
that
Trials.
was
That was Bourbon Trials?
That was
Episode 3 or 4.
And who
Okay.
found it?
Dylan did.
Dylan did. Yeah.
I did.
Didn't you just randomly like pick it up one day?
I think you're looking for Garrison Brothers, and you heard good things about this place.
I recognized it through Whiskey Vault and stumbled across it in Total Wine. So
I-
Local
every-
total?
Yeah, every time
Yeah.
I go to Total, I see it. I've
Yeah,
never
these-
not seen it.
These guys have Garrison Brothers, Balcones have excellent distribution up here.
That was 100% real.
100.
Well, that's what the amazing thing is. Like all these Texas bourbons are starting to come up. Like TX, that blended. This whiskey's
TX has
coming
been.
up
Oh yeah, I
here.
forgot about TX. TX has been around too.
But I'm just surprised that they're coming up. But I guess you.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Didn't do it.
He's not sliding off the chair. He's just sliding the microphone around.
Just backhanded the microphone.
He's got the arm.
Yeah. One day we'll get like Bluetooth XLR adapters where you stick it on the end,
Oh,
and one end
please.
here and one end there, and you run it on different channels or something.
Boy, you make me nervous watching you pour that.
Because I'm trying to get a small amount. That's my only way that I can do it. Because if I go single hand, I just
Yeah, that's why I do it. I twist my shoulders with the pour.
Ah.
I hold the glass and the bottle together.
Okay.
see.
I think Carter was.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my goodness, everyone's getting
Yeah,
microphones.
that was my wrist. If you didn't close the bottle, oh,
Start just.
Yeah, maybe let's make a new rule. Don't pass it around without the cork.
or just put it.
I was
in
worried somebody
partially.
would spill it.
yeah.
That's right.
What was I doing?
This room would smell really good with
Taste
whiskey
testing?
all over
No,
it.
no. You were saying something.
Oh, I was gonna say like I think the most I've had on this podcast was probably the time that I had you pour once and you poured left-handed.
Oh.
Bad.
It was like it was like 2 ounces, and I'm like, oh god.
It's like
Go.
crap. It was like
It
up
was
to
really-
there.
It might have been the first episode that we posted to the Spotify and all the other places.
That's warm.
Do they start smelling the same?
Not necessarily. I mean,
I want to find different notes, but sometimes this smells like something I've just.
you could have blown out your nose. potentially.
This
I
isn't
don't know which one though.
as dissimilar as some of the other ones, but I think what really blew us away was the fact it was so different from a Kentucky bourbon
Yeah.
at the time, and that's 90% of what we had was Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
still
were
think this
very-
is different. This is super acidic.
It is
Yeah.
different, but you can see the influence of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On
we
all
were
of them.
very into Kentucky bourbon
Yeah.
back when we did the Bourbon Trials.
Well, that's just what we had, I think.
Yeah, and even then, we were just like going from everything where it's very, this is sweet, but it's like that very specific Kentucky bourbon
Yeah.
profile to like this. You're just kind of like, whoa, this
I'll
like
give you guys a smell note. This is probably my version of the bubble gum for you guys, but smell it. Fresh baked chocolate croissant.
croissant.
A croissant.
Ooh,
Like, yeah.
I mean, I can see it.
that was sour.
It's so like.
I held it in my
light
mouth and I had
hey.
a sour,
Really?
real sour note.
It smells like a Sharpie.
I think you blew out your nose then. That one.
It smells like a Sharpie.
I got one in the drawer. You want to compare it?
Taste note. The chocolate version of Twizzlers.
What?
Wait,
Or not
what?
Twizzlers.
Just
Hold
saying
on,
it, but
hold on.
Zach said it. A
No,
chocolate
no, it didn't.
croissant.
Probably.
A chocolate what?
You know the
A Twizzler?
Not Twizzler though. What do you?
no the cherry Twizzlers.
Right.
There's a chocolate version.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
What?
Google it.
Google.
I have to because this is.
My mom would
this
buy it
is
all the time.
Hey,
Outrageous.
Google. Is there a chocolate version of Twizzler? Okay, Google's not on today.
Google's bye-bye.
Yeah, Twizzler's chocolate twist.
Really? See, I'm learning so much.
That just. I mean, cherry chocolate. I mean, that's.
It sounds gross.
Classic. It sounds gross, but cherry chocolate sounds amazing.
It's more just a chocolate.
Twizzler
licorice.
chocolate. What?
That sounds weird.
It's like how?
But where do you taste the chocolate? I don't.
Well, cocoa, a little
that what it
creamy.
It's not. It's not a chocolate bar chocolate.
No.
It's like a,
No, I know, but I'm just.
It's like a baker's chocolate.
Yeah, a creamy turns into a spice, and the spice
Baker's
is
chocolate?
very cocoa-like. Like a powder, like a grainy.
You sound like you said Cocoa Cocoa Puffs.
Like
Cocoa
a
for Cocoa Puffs.
like a Nesquik.
yeah.
In a sense.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, you said like grainy, as in like powder. Kinda, I
Yeah.
I can't think of words.
Yeah. But yes, like that.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I think we are.
I like this logo a lot. I like the blacked out version of this logo, Brian. This is the Still Austin limited release.
Yeah, the artist is
musician.
whoever the. I heard the story. Boy, I just have bad memory, and we heard all about it. But yeah, the gin bottle, I really like the artwork on that. But yeah, it's kind of fun. It's fun.
All right, cork pop on the Still Austin cast strength musician.
Weak.
Added effect.
You make some pretty definite cork pops, Brian.
It's my only
Bomb.
superhero power.
Superpower.
We got to get some of those pops.
And it sounds
Just-
really
Oh,
wicked when you're in a tunnel. Playing ping pong by myself.
So this is 59% alcohol,
It's what?
59%.
ABV. I said alcohol, but it is much darker. I think it's also around 2 years old, or it is 2 years old. When I was at Still Austin and I was talking to the bartender, getting a cocktail, I mentioned that I knew someone, I had a friend that had the cast strength version, and they just like they took a moment and like did this like, oh yeah face, like yeah, that's special. And then they said, yeah, we don't have any.
Ooh.
So
Ooh, it smells.
You know, had I known you were going down there, I could have bought one. Gave it to my friend Alan. He could have handed it off to you.
that's true.
I never thought about doing that.
Well, we didn't.
It's just when
We weren't going to go down. We didn't know until.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. It was a spontaneous trip. So, because we flew down, and it's really hard to fly bottles back.
Yeah.
Or not hard, scary.
Scary, yeah.
You gotta well insulate them.
Oh,
Oh, it just smells so nice.
Oh my word! See that? Sorry, I'm paying it and making noises here.
it is 2 years old.
Ooh.
That one
good.
See,
Wow.
that's a sweeter one, and I like that. And it's the higher alcohol content. I like that stuff. That's why I don't understand why, they make the lower alcohol content whiskeys and people like it. But I guess it's everybody has a different flavor
Yeah.
that they
Weak.
like. It's like some like Pabst, some like Heineken. I don't know. Is that a good comparison?
Some like
I don't know. Some like
Seltzers.
water, some like milk.
Um,
Is that good?
I don't know if that.
I think it's more like some people like purified water and some people like mineral water.
Or some like Diet Coke and some like regular Coke? I don't know. Maybe I'm just messing around now, but
It's like if you take a Bud Light and or like a 12% stout.
yeah,
It's like, do you use half of an Arnie Palmer packet in a bottle of water or a full Arnie Palmer packet?
that one I
Weak.
can understand.
Yeah. Do you like it a little subtle, or do you want it to taste terrible?
I want it to kick me in the face.
See, the smell, I don't get much from the smell, but when I tasted it, man, it was like I just
I just don't find myself getting much off of bourbon as far as nose goes, but
Not anymore.
they all
They'll kind of smell the same.
Yeah.
When you have half corn and the rest is, well, usually it's actually more than corn than that, but corn smells like corn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
this one has a spicier, weird.
is there rye in this?
Yeah, I don't know what the.
Do they actually
Mash
give you the
bill is.
mash bill?
No, they don't give me the actual mash bill.
Maybe I'll look it up, see if I can.
Did
I don't know.
I felt like I read it on the regular one.
I kind of like the normal one
Mm-hmm.
more.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
got,
you do?
It has rye in
A
it.
little bit.
Corn, rye, barley, normal bourbon stuff.
I think it's really nice because it's cask strength, which I enjoy.
It's different.
It's different.
It's more different than the Ghost Hills. I think.
but
This is one that would, I mean, we've done a lot in a row now, but this is one that would numb your tongue. We're getting to that level of alcohol content where, like, if you had a glass of this, it would alter your taste buds pretty significantly. Because right now, just letting it sit on there, like, it was burning off, not just like
Almost
not-
60%.
Yeah, it's not just hot. Like, oh, this hurts my tongue. This is a reaction.
It make taste go bad.
Pinky go bye bye.
Pinky go bye bye.
He made my brother cry.
Yeah, like, because this loses a lot of the complexity and subtlety that was with the regular still Austin, but it kicks it though. The
Alcohol content.
wait, I mean, obviously it's hot, but I mean, like, the main predominant flavor is still like a Kentucky bourbon. This isn't that far removed, I think, from like a Knob Creek 120 proof. Like, it is different. It is different, but it's pretty similar to me.
Yeah.
I just feel like Knob Creek has such a. I mean, yeah, I understand what you mean in that sense, but it's just like are you saying like proof wise or
saying if you
flavor
drink- if you-
wise?
Flavor wise, if you put this next to Knob Creek 120, that it'd be a lot. It'd be similar.
Okay.
It'd be quite similar, I think.
I think I agree that they're similar.
Yeah.
I just
me,
think
though,
Knob Creek has so many. It's just
Well,
a lot.
I feel like I'm finding myself tweaking that slightly and saying like this is similar to a Knob Creek cask strength, but maybe the rye version.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily the bourbon.
Sure.
The bourbon has high rye, but this seems a little bit more
It's like spicy.
spicier. Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you remember how much you paid for this?
No.
Okay.
It was a
probably something that we
confusing
can
night
find.
because it was a huge downpour. It was a huge thunderstorm.
Oh really?
We had to run inside. It was wet, but the cool thing is that, like, it got rid of all the customers, so we were basically the only people there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was kind of really nice, and we were like, "Oh, are we supposed to go?" And they're like, "No, we're still open."
Please stay.
Yeah, so I was like, "Okay," and then so we really had a nice private tour and drinks. And
So you
everything,
got to tour Still Austin?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun thing.
I'm so mad I didn't get to tour any of the places I went to.
Well,
I mean, I'm happy I went and got to.
you
visit,
could have
but-
you could have probably stuck around for a tour.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
after a while, it's like if I went to another distillery, if they asked me, "Do you want to tour it?" and I'd be like, you know what? I've seen enough distilleries. I think I know the process by now. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna
That's your
see
mistake,
this,
Brian. You say yes. You ride that train as far as it goes and see what's the end of it. You
It's
might
like,
get
I've seen that.
a barrel
Yes, I
pick,
see that. I see
or not
how
a barrel
it goes
pick.
over to
Well, that's
there.
the thing is that they might give you something.
They might give
special.
you something special. They might
That's true.
tap that bunghole, give you that thief, and put the thief in there and take the whiskey out of the bunghole and
I'm
give you
trying
some
to
of
think.
that.
I did find. So we went through it's Still Austin Distillery. I did stumble upon. I saw a barrel and it was labeled something different.
Ooh.
And I think I can't remember if it was like a tequila or mezcal, but they were like mixing up another version of something else there. So I got to quiz him for it, and then he's like, "Oh, you know, like
You shouldn't have seen that.
yeah, like it's not really public yet, and they're just experimenting. Of course, they can't produce tequila because
They could be finishing.
yeah, or they could be experimenting with
Yeah.
it or stuff like that, or they could be making agave liquid.
Yeah.
So
That's what-
$65
That's not
for
bad.
the cask strength.
That's
I'm trying to
pretty
find the
good.
price. I mean, do you know offhand the price of the 120 proof Knob Creek? Because Knob Creek,
Wasn't it like-
Knob Creek Rye
Oh,
is.
the-
50?
I think it's. I don't remember. Knob Creek Rye is 50. I think. No. Sorry. No, it's like 37.
It's hard to find the cast strength rye.
Yeah, the cask strength rye is. I've never seen it in person.
Oh,
I've seen it. Carter does have one.
I have one.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's
I looked
really
at it,
good.
and it is a cast strength one.
Okay.
It's really good.
It's like 111.
120.
Is it? Okay, yeah, it's like a weird, and it has like a decimal or something at the end. But yeah, it is a cast strength.
Here we go. $70 for cask strength rye. Knob
That's
Creek.
good.
Wow. So I just reading on their website,
Yeah.
Still Austin, the artist has paintings that have been commissioned by Gucci, Porsche, Stags Leap Vineyards, Amazon, Time,
What is Gucci?
Rolling
Gucci
Stone.
is a very luxury brand.
Oh,
of
it's
It's
that
when you
brand.
go Gucci. No, it's not that.
It's like those Gucci bags, like Gucci bags. They're just like designer
Yeah.
clothing.
But he's a well-known artist, so.
Where is he? Is he from Texas?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh.
It's from Balcones.
He's commissioned to create the official portraits for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Oh, wow.
inductee ceremonies.
Oh wow.
So all these Texas. I mean, I've never looked this up, but all these Texas whiskeys are expensive for their age comparative to bourbon. Do we know why that is? Like, because the grains are similar.
I disagree.
Everything's bigger
I mean,
in
everything's been
Texas.
$50 or more.
Yes, but the cast strength I think are well valued for what they
Yeah,
are.
I'm saying as an aggregate question, Texas whiskey is more expensive than bourbon, but they're both American made. And when you have a Texas bourbon made with similar ingredients and aged for less, why is it more?
Because everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, I think it's mainly to do with them being newer distilleries and
Newer distilleries,
needing
smaller
income.
batches. Okay. I was just wondering if you guys knew or had seen or read anything about
I think
that.
it's just the income.
Yeah.
It could also be that they can get the same quality of product for aging less.
I know, but so why is it?
Then-
Why
They,
is
they
it
have
more?
to though.
No, but that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that they
have to
get
remove it.
They get the same quality for aging less, which then, it would
It's
make
not. That doesn't make it more valuable by itself. It's just people are paying it. I mean, we're paying it. I'm not saying it's bad.
No.
I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they couldn't get the price they're asking, they would lower it as much as they could.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the primary reason is just they're small. They need the money. The second reason that I think is less so is just because it's a niche. I mean, Texas whiskey is a niche compared to bourbon as a whole,
Yeah.
but they're hot right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Texas bourbon's pretty.
So I mean,
Texas whiskey's
people
hot.
will pay it. I still don't think it's primarily people are going to buy it because it's cool. Let's jack the prices. I think it's just we're small distillers, and we don't have as much we have a lot of overhead that we need to cover, but we don't have as much wiggle room as we do as Heaven Hill and the other guys.
Yeah.
Because the other guys, what are they doing that these guys aren't doing? They're making like Southern Comfort, Fireball. They're making.
They got a lot of those kind of off, Not off brands, but
Yeah.
stuff that can help them get
Elijah
income.
Craig Small Batch is not what's getting the money in.
Yeah.
It's the
other stuff.
It's the spiced rums that they're making. It's
Yeah.
their vodkas. It's those things.
It's the cheap stuff that helps them
yeah.
to get more business. That people, they go out, they're like, oh, I want to buy blah blah blah, all this Fireball,
Yep.
and it's like party drinks.
So what's going to be the Texas party drink? Derived from these distilleries.
None of them.
I don't know.
I don't
there
think
is
any
a
of them
distillery down there. Was it? Oh shoot! Is it Eddie? What is it, Eddie?
Flamin' Eddie.
Oof.
They got
It's
a
going
lot
to
of.
be a hot toddy mix.
They got mixers down there.
Hot Flamin' Eddie.
No,
Gross.
I don't even know how to spell it.
I say we break into that Garrison Brothers though.
Oh yeah, the pretty one.
All right, but
The one
Good
that looks like
conversation.
Maker's Mark.
this is an expensive Texas bottle.
That's
Yeah,
a
it
nice.
was
That's
an
a pretty
expensive
bottle.
Texas bottle.
it is. It's nice.
It's
Wasn't that
pretty.
like 120?
I was like 150. I'm not sure.
He's just like.
Yeah, I don't remember what I don't know what the name of it is. 57.5% alcohol, 115 proof. The corn variety is food grade number 1 white. Is the corn variety from farms in South Texas, aged in oak, distilled and barreled in 2015. Bottle number 6281. Release date 2020. I believe the significance of this is it's one of Garrison Brothers' first 5-year-old bourbons. But I can't remember. I don't remember where I saw that. I think it might have been something else. But there was something else I had. All right,
Ryan's
all
like,
right.
get to the point. And the point is...
Pop the
me-
cork,
me
pour it
drinking.
in.
Give me booze.
Ooh, that was good.
Don't you have another Garrison?
No, I don't.
I thought you did. I thought there was one with like silver wax on it.
There is, but I don't own
You
it.
know, over at Vintage over there, they had a Garrison that didn't look like that, and I almost bought it, but I thought, you know what, I can only do one. Well, I guess I'm having you pour. Okay, that's enough. I don't know why I made you pour.
Yeah. I like this bottle. It's a.
Mark that time down, and
That's why we're not
timestamp.
on camera.
That's why.
Took his shirt
'Cause
off.
I thought Zach was setting up a camera, and they were just moving my camera. And I thought, oh. And he informed me that this is a podcast, not a video.
Video podcast.
Oh,
Wow.
Would you knock it off with that?
It's all in the taking the shirt off, you know. It has its ramifications.
It was funny.
It was pretty funny. I wish people could see your magnificent body.
I'm hot, dude.
He's hot.
is magnificent.
Oh no, he's hot.
No, I think we're all hot.
Yeah, it's warm in here. You know, Minnesota's a cold place, but in the middle of July, for some reason, it's
Stupid hot.
over 90 degrees and 70% humidity. We're basically like
Baking.
Malaysia at night.
And you're in my
One
room.
night in Bangkok makes the.
That's Thailand. Close enough.
Yeah.
Basically, we have the same amount of mosquitoes, and it's gross. And, it's
And
hot.
we're in the room that has the loud air conditioning that
Yeah.
I can't turn on.
Yeah, so this is $160. -ish.
Nice.
Oh wow, I'm tasting something spendy.
Oh, yes.
You want to come
Am
on?
I
You want to come on the next episode and taste something real spendy?
Wait, what?
I thought I bought a expensive bottle.
I don't remember what the spendy one is.
Spendies.
Or did we not talk about spendies?
What? Oh, the next podcast?
Mm.
Oh, yeah, the next one will be fun.
Did we not talk about spendies? I don't remember what.
We'll talk about on that one.
I know, but
Yeah.
do I know about them? I don't remember.
You
I
They
don't,
are.
no, I didn't tell you.
You didn't tell me.
Well,
Did you tell
I
him?
kept it secret. Oh, he knows. This is his idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just like
Yeet.
yeah.
This is really nice.
Tastes like
Ooh.
whiskey.
What's
It
that?
still has that like black tea note that all of these have had, but it's hidden under the oak and
But
caramel.
how much is this?
160.
Like, yeah, I think I bought it for like 150-ish.
I feel like I slightly.
It's not
remember-
worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's not.
Well,
it's
no,
not
I don't
worth
want to
it.
be rude, but it's.
Well, there is a point of appreciation where you get to
Yeah.
a value, and then everything after that is a exponential increase almost for
Yeah.
the same percentage better.
Wasn't it when we had this the first time? We were kind of like,
So we had this in the Bourbon Trials, didn't we?
yeah. And we were just kind of like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's good, but it's not worth the money.
Yep. I think this hides the proof really well. Because what's the proof on this?
115.
It has a weird
115.
taste when I have it in
50,
my mouth.
57.7.
Yeah.
It has the right amount of oak, I feel like, for what we've been trying. This is good. Give it like a 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But that's without the value.
Yeah. This is
your
nice
count.
and strong, though. I love how dark, amber, oak, and spicy it is. And it really has this flavor quality where I can feel it in the mouthfeel is amazing, is what I'm saying. Like, this is a spectacular mouthfeel. I can taste it in my cheeks. I can taste it on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah,
It's very yummy.
it's super coffee, toffee, caramel.
Yeah.
Oak.
Coffee is really,
Yeah.
that stands out.
Do they hand dip those bottles?
Probably not.
I
Not-
think-
it's probably just I'm assuming, I mean, look how flat it is. It's probably a conveyor.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. They say they're a micro whiskey.
I mean, how hard is it to have the claw machine from Toy Story dip your
Difficult.
The
Yeah.
claw.
the claw?
The claw.
Oh, hail the claw.
The claw.
No, if this wasn't 150, 160, and it wasn't hard to find, I'm tempted. I would love to know what this is in like an old fashioned.
Yeah.
I'm trying to replicate an old fashioned I've had where it was super oak, bitterness, caramel,
Yeah.
and I just can't find the combination of bitters to bourbon that pull that out.
Yeah.
I think this as the bourbon would do it,
Yeah.
but no one's using this in a cocktail.
You know, I say you do it once just to try it.
Well,
That's
because then he'll realize that was the truth, and he's gonna want more of it. Yeah. Because it's one thing.
You want a $30 old fashioned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
It's one thing to have the satisfaction of the replication, but once you replicate it and know that you can, you're gonna want to keep doing it. You know, that's one of the nice things,
Yeah.
especially about making stuff at home. Like,
Yeah.
you make it for cheaper, and you can make it how you like.
All right, I'm gonna finish mine.
Me too.
I'm excited for these last two.
waiting. Wow, that's a lot of water.
We're in the final two, and if you were wondering if there was gonna be more Balcones in,
Yeah.
then
You're wrong. Just kidding. You're absolutely right.
Well, the last.
don't be scared.
Can we say the last two are?
They're Balcones. All right, cork pop. So this is the Balcones Texas Rye, cast strength, single barrel pick, 63% alcohol.
Okay, so we got the Balcones Rye.
Single barrel. I got it in Texas. Total wine.
So is this the second rye? Or
This is the
which ones
first
are the
rye.
No, we had another one that was rye. What
we had
was
corn
rye?
whiskey.
Was this rye?
No,
Neither of the Eleanor's are rye.
this is at least 24 months.
It still blows my mind just how.
You haven't had this one yet.
No,
Yep,
it
we have had these.
it blows my mind just how
How mind blowing it is.
mind
you know?
blowing.
It's just so
mind
mind blowing.
blowing.
I'm waiting in anticipation.
Use your
My brain doesn't work.
the American education system.
Brain go brrr.
Use those skills.
I think you guys should review 5 whiskeys and not 20 at one sitting.
Well, I think
This is like half the amount that we've done before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is nothing. Just how young some of these are, and they still have just like
Speaking of
crazy coloring.
yeah, speaking of
and
unaired
just-
episodes that we haven't done, the Scotch trial.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
a mess.
The first one with Alex.
That was
Yeah.
a mess.
That was a lot of whiskey.
it's all about moderation, water intake,
Small
time.
pours.
Not having a
Small pours.
breathalyzer. No.
Yeah, Zach.
But the other thing
Well,
is,
you guys are the ones that broke
No,
it.
you broke it.
Wait, what?
No. Well, Brooklyn, if you want to be for real, Brooklyn's the one that actually broke it.
Wait, they broke your breathalyzer?
Yeah, well, you can't blow into it after taking a drink, and that's exactly what he wanted to see how
high it would go.
high it would go.
Turns out,
It super saturates
Not that high.
who is this Brooklyn guy?
It's someone that you probably know
No,
You probably
I
know
don't-
him.
I don't
No?
know who he
Okay,
is.
my bad.
I have no
That's
idea
my
who he
bad.
is.
I just assumed.
No, that is the one thing I really like is like if you appreciate the nuances of making whiskey and how it's produced and how it's a craft and it's an art. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah, because
So,
it has
and
almost
then
no
you
purpose.
have that respect for that alcohol, and then you're not just drinking it just
Yeah, to feel
to
something.
arrive to
I
get
saw-
where you're appreciating what you
I brought
have.
this up at work today. There was a Reddit on the whiskey subreddit that somebody found a bottle of like Crown something.
Was it Crown Royal?
No, it wasn't. It was something. It was something else. Anyways, it was from like 1987, and they're like super El Cheapo, you know, whatever. We're like, whoa, what should I do this to? This is rare or something. The subreddit underneath it was just butt chug it. That's what it's worth.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's just it's El Cheapo whiskey. It's from 1987, but it doesn't do any
My
good.
grandma used to drink that stuff.
Yeah, but no, it's. I mean,
'Cause I was always excited to get the purple bag.
From Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Grandma.
I love to see people's creations that they collect those purple bags and they'll sew it into something new,
Yeah.
or they'll use it as a covering for something else.
I saw one. It
Ever
was a
seen the-
jumpsuit.
Yeah, jumpsuit.
You ever seen the pimp capes?
No.
Yeah, people have made capes out of
Genius. I
them.
mean, it's the perfect color. I mean,
It is.
It's royal purple.
Yeah.
You can't get more pimp than that.
Or people
literal
make
royalty.
shift boots out of them
That's smart.
for your shift. It's for
Yeah.
your shift
The
knob.
steering wheel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate that.
What? It's like
I-
felt.
Yeah.
I would hate that. I need
Just
grippy. I need
Snickers
grippy.
bar?
But you like the steering wheels that come off. That's like probably your.
Brian's
favorite
already
thing.
into this. We gotta try this.
Nah, I just need like a grippy wheel. Like I just don't like.
Now, I hate to
Felty
say this,
wheels.
but this is the first time I've actually tasted dirt.
It is earthy.
Earthy?
Super
maybe
co-
maybe
Ooh,
earthy's the better.
coffee.
Super coffee.
Ooh, that is
Ooh.
like coffee grounds.
Oh, coffee grounds. That's exactly what I was going to say. Not just
Yeah.
coffee grounds.
That is dark roast coffee grounds.
Earthy coffee grounds.
That's like when you have a French press and it's the coffee remains
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
bottom of the cup.
That tastes like Sumatra coffee grounds.
wow.
Sumatra. Down to the origin, the country of origin.
I've tasted dirt like this before.
Yeah.
Tastes like Sumatra.
Back in my days in Sumatra.
You want it?
Back in Budapest.
Yeah, was it Fiji? No. Was it Bali? No. Sumatra.
This is
death.
$65.
What was it?
$65.
Yeah.
I've been impressed with their products so far.
I'm
Would,
just
would you guys say Balcones is probably the most popular in Texas?
Oh,
Whiskey?
yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
This is barrel number 19614 American Oak, bottled 9/21/20.
And where are they at? Where in Texas? Is that Houston area?
North of Austin, about an hour and a half. I forget where. Waco. It's where
Oh,
I go.
no. Really? Oh, I might have to go there then.
Yeah.
Waco, where the new power couple lives.
What?
The home people.
Who?
You know, the Chip and
Dale?
Joanna Gaines. Right?
don't know who that is.
Oh, home channel. They started Magnolia. Okay, never mind.
We're,
the
we're
old
too young,
person's
we're too young for this.
the boomer's
yeah.
done talking
I was gonna
here.
say, is that on HGTV?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
don't
that on
watch TLC.
TLC?
Yes, it's because my wife likes to watch it.
The power couple.
Power couple.
You know, if
Well,
I was
just-
if I was even younger, I would know,
Stance.
because when I was like 10 to 13, Indy and my mom and I would watch all
HGTV
all
all the
that
time.
programming, the House Hunters.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, Project Runway.
What?
It's amazing, the drama, and Tim Gunn is the best host in game show history.
I can't. I will agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
He's
channel was that on?
That was HGTV
Was it
back in the day.
The Project
Project
Runway.
Runway?
Wasn't that?
Pretty sure.
HGTV.
Pretty sure. I mean, I'll double check, but
That's why you gotta get Discovery Plus.
we have that. yeah.
That is the
Discovery
first
Plus.
I should
and
get that.
only thing I really like because it's got all the shows I like.
It's got BattleBots.
Yeah,
That's all I care
You
about.
saw watching it. That's what we're watching here.
That is all I care
I'm
about.
already using Carter's HBO. I feel like I should just get his Discovery Plus.
Oh yeah, I love BattleBots because I took Brooklyn to a BattleBot thing in St. Paul. It was the one time, and it was in I can't remember where it was at, but it was cool because they had a whole cage over it. And
it was
everything.
Bravo.
Bravo,
And then
That's
it
what I was
moved to
thinking.
Lifetime.
Oh,
Was
okay.
the network.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think that fit the HGTV thing, but
Yeah.
Chip and Joanna redid houses. They
Yeah.
would do 3 houses and then redo it. But they got a big, huge thing there. They got silos, and they've made an industry out of Waco right now. So, but that's interesting. It's not that far of a drive. I might have to stop by there.
Bring me.
Waco is not that far of a drive.
Only an hour and a
Well,
half.
I meant
No,
from
you're
my
from
friend's
Austin
house
Here,
in
I guess, is
Austin.
what I'm joking about.
But that's a good point. It is it's shorter than Austin. It's an hour and a half.
So you're saying
shorter.
we fly down and then make him drive. So when your context is, it's not that far for him to drive us.
Yeah.
But all right, so we got
Which-
last but not least,
Okay.
Balcones, Texas single malt,
I think I'm enjoying this.
single barrel.
I do like that rye.
Wait. Brian's enjoying drinking and talking at the same time.
No, I'm enjoying this one.
Okay.
I think this is going to be my favorite one,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised. I didn't think. I like that one and
Is this one of the ones that you can only find down in Texas?
No, this one is actually total line here.
Ooh.
Barrel number 15950. It is European oak.
that is the one problem watching those guys down in Austin. They get all these reviews of bottles you
Yeah.
can't get your hands on, or
Yeah.
you'll never. You'd be like, oh, yeah,
Well, and
that's
it's way
what I
easier
need.
to get Weller and Blanton supposedly down there.
Really?
Yeah, something about it. But this is aged in 36 months. Cork pop.
Can we need you to just do that a bunch of times in a separate audio file, and we'll start throwing that into cork pops that we deem insufficient.
I feel like I got to make it deeper though. Ooh, I like that one.
Usually,
that
if
was a lot of
there's-
tongue in that one.
that's gonna be.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
well, I didn't finish this one. Is there an empty
Yeah.
glass?
No, just keep
Right
keep
here.
drinking it, man.
Oh, an empty glass.
No, I want. No, I don't. I'm not.
Well,
gonna-
wait. Just wait for
Oh,
it.
just wait.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
put
I
I was,
this
I,
spill
I was
on.
gonna say, like, usually if I have to bleep something out or something, I use Carter's moaning, and the more times I have to use it, I speed it up slightly.
Yeah.
The most I've had to use it was only twice, so I
Yeah.
haven't really. And they were for minor
There you go.
offenses.
That's for this episode.
Sounds like the my
Gas.
I taste coffee. And the coffee
good.
notes are coming
Could
through,
be a Balcones specialty.
but I like the first one better. What's the difference between the two?
Rye.
One's rye, one's
Rye.
single malt. They're completely different.
This is rye.
yeah.
I don't like rye,
No way.
and now I do.
I think it's.
How did that happen?
This was the first Balcones I ever bought, and I heard their rye was amazing.
This one, that one tasted better than the one we're
Yeah, so
currently
the one
tasting.
before.
Those taste like coffee.
So I bought my first Balcones on a whim, trusting that it was from them or a good review. So
You know what? You know what?
Yeah.
I take that all back because I don't think I poured this. I remember I was finishing it,
Wait.
Brian.
which is funny because I'm like, but I tasted the second sip that I tasted of that one or third sip.
That was a healthy pour.
They have
What's the last drink of the
glug,
day?
everything I've heard. Balcones has a very linear profile that you can find in all their products. No matter what it is, the what it's distilled, what the grain bill it is, there is a line that goes through all of them that you can always find your way back to the origin. But
It's a secret sauce that the master distiller puts into every barrel.
Coffee.
No, I still like the rye one. I think I'm still right.
This one's pretty good though.
I think the single malt's better.
Yeah, I like single malt.
Do you?
It's softer,
Yeah, soft.
What does
It's-
soft mean?
not spiky,
Oh.
smoother.
Well bodied.
Without saying smoother.
Yeah. Also just
Because when you say soft, I think of a feather pillow.
Well, yeah, it's like that.
yeah, well, the literal texture on your tongue.
This is a rock, and this is a pillow.
It's like resting
My
your
eyes
tongue
have
on a feathery pillow.
That's a good one. I like
This
that.
is where the argument would come from. Is like, man, I wish if you could give the actual physical alcohol part of the whiskeys up, so then you can just enjoy it as long as possible, but still
Yeah.
keep the flavor identical. I'd do it.
This one.
Or well, probably all. Just like if whiskey didn't change, if they were non-alcoholic, but the flavor didn't change at all, truly,
Right.
would you get rid of the alcohol content?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Right.
oh, so you're saying like, is whiskey worth it without the buzz?
Essentially.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Oh yeah.
And I think for us it is, but like for people that just drink it to get drunk,
Yeah.
then it's like, yeah, they don't really care about the flavor.
I see.
Like,
Well, that's an interesting question.
I never
but
even
I don't
thought
think
about
you
it
can
that
ever.
way.
But I
No,
but you
no,
know
no.
you
In the
can't
real life, no.
achieve that.
no. But if you could,
Like if you
I
had
would
a,
totally
if you had
trade-
a juice that tasted like this.
Yeah.
I'd drink that.
Yeah, would you drink it?
yeah, I would totally give up the alcohol
Yeah.
point of it just to enjoy these longer and you know. Yeah.
I would just proof it down, maintain the flavor, but proof it down to 15% for everything, because then I could drink like 10 ounces of it, you
Yeah.
know, and then have the same, just the perfect level of buzz.
But the alcohol is what brings a lot of the flavors to the
Right.
forefront.
This
right?
is all hypothetical.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
all hypothetical.
It's just Deep Thoughts
It
by
is.
Dylan.
It is Deep Thoughts by Dylan.
I'm stealing that. That was a thought that
Deep
Whiskey Vault had.
Thoughts.
Yeah.
But
We need pipes over there to say Deep Thoughts by Dylan.
On pipes now. Deep Thoughts by Dylan.
Real man of Jesus.
And then you need a stinger there.
Today we salute you, Mr. Gets Drunk on Balcones. You who pretends to have a whiskey podcast just as an excuse to get drunk every other Saturday night.
You are the real man of genius.
You are the real man of genius.
well, I think that concludes this episode.
Does it really though?
Do we have any final thoughts? There's no more whiskey to be
No.
had.
Oh, there's
We can
plenty.
work our
Yeah.
way back.
Apparently, you haven't seen my bar over there.
Yeah.
Please
You
no.
haven't seen my bar.
That's true. Yours is bigger than my bar, but
That's t-shirt right there.
haven't-
My bar is bigger than your bar.
You haven't seen my bar.
Trademark.
Yeah, trademark.
Trademark. I think the Balcones, the last one was the
Yeah.
best.
I think there's a reason.
See, I
Balcones
like-
is the most known.
I like this rye one, the one before that.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so
I still like these.
So I want to guess.
No, don't get us. Yeah, I think we all appreciate this and like this, but the Balcones.
Yeah.
is
So
like-
so why? Let's do a little bit of deducing why the Balcones is so much better.
It's
Because
different.
obviously the proof is a little bit. It's a little bit the reason.
Is it experience?
But it's different.
Is
I
it the
haven't-
mash bill?
I've
Is
never
it-
tasted something that tasted like coffee grounds that much, and or has had it's been like proofed like that and has tasted in such an interesting way.
There's a Whiskey Tribe episode where they go to Balcones, and there was factors in there. I completely forgot them, but they go there and they interview the master distiller and kind of get a tour and stuff. And it's a very good video to watch.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. There is something they're doing differently. I completely forgot what it was. It might not be that major of anything, but yeah, they're special.
Yeah, and I agree. They're a standout among what we've tried today. And if I had to go to the store and buy any of these,
Yeah, that's
would-
what I was gonna ask
it's
you.
just
For the money,
for the money. It's just Balcones.
It's Balcones.
The rest,
Balcones.
I'm happy that we tried them. You know, and actually, the Eleanor is another one that I would buy.
the Eleanor.
But
If you could.
if I saw it, you know, but the rest I'd probably pass on a normal day. You know,
I would buy the Treaty Oak.
the treaty oak. Yeah.
The
cask?
cask though.
That cask. Yeah.
The cask was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick three, I would pick one of the Balcones, the Eleanor, and
Still Austin.
They
no,
have-
I would go with Treaty Oak.
Treaty oak. Yeah. Okay.
They still have a lot of different whiskeys. I noticed on their website, Balcones. So.
Oh, they have so many.
yeah.
I think they have three. They have at least two versions of the Baby Blue.
So for the next
Do you
episode,
have
can you
the-
drive down there and get some?
maybe if we get sponsored on Patreon and they can
Yeah.
buy it for us.
Dylan, do you have the red heirloom Balcones?
No, if you're thinking of any of them, this is probably the one you're thinking of. Is the heirloom. I don't have any of the other Balcones. The rye one is the first one I ever bought.
Because I keep seeing that, and I'm very interested.
Interested.
And every time you say heirloom, I'm thinking tomatoes,
heirloom tomato.
Yeah, right.
and I'm like the tomato whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so gross.
I might not work.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this podcast. We hope that you have learned a little bit about Texas whiskey. Hopefully, we've inspired you to maybe try some or pick one of the ones we tried, because it's certainly worth getting into to buy at least one. So keep researching. Let us be a starting point, or maybe your ending point, to decide what you want. So what you want.